the government is targeting students as it bids to cut net migration. From next year, overseas students won't be allowed to bring family with them except under specific circumstances. And I'm very pleased now to be joined by Conservative MP for Morley and Outwood. It's Andrea Jenkyns. Andrea, look, thank you very much. I do have to ask, OK, do you not think that Gillian Keegan really is in the wrong job if she's Education Secretary and she is saying that it's absolutely fantastic that we've managed to hit our record of this amount of students 8 years early or whatever it was? I mean, what was going on there?
Completely, and it's something like, 9 times higher than the figures of 2019. I mean, I was invited when the brief time I was the Skills Minister, HE Minister, to attend a meeting with the likes of Suella, but it then got cancelled and then it got rescheduled without my knowledge. And had I been at that meeting, Patrick, I would have fought as strong as Suella on this, because it's a knock-on effect, isn't it? You know, especially if they've been bringing their dependents and families over as well. The net migration figures, it's knock-on effects on not only our housing, our GP appointments, our dentists, our schools. And I want to see every department clamp down and get tougher on this.
Absolutely. And this idea that, oh, it's all right because they all go home afterwards, is absolute rubbish. It's not. And the Migration Observatory has a reasonably good data as far as they're saying that around 85% of them go back. Well, are we factoring independence into that? 85%, by the way, of a huge number still leaves a lot of people here. Now, I've got to be honest with you, the idea that you're stopping students bringing family to the UK, given that we're about to see potentially eye-wateringly high net migration figures on Thursday, is this just rearranging the decking on the Titanic?
I mean, I'm just quite as frustrated as you, Patrick, to be honest, because I want to see every Secretary of State, you know, fight for this. Because let's not forget, every member of the Cabinet, including the Prime Minister himself, including every Conservative MP, we stood on a manifesto in 2019 for it to be 250,000 net migration. And this is far from that. So, you know, we've got to work our socks off to deliver, because when you're in government, it's about trusting the government to deliver, and you know, every one of us in the party should take this seriously and ensure we deliver on this.
What do you think more can be done? Because I think the public have lost faith, or I've got a feeling that on Thursday any public sympathy that they had is going to break. And they look at what's going on with Suella Braverman now, which in my book is absolute nonsense. You've got a lady here who got a speeding ticket. I mean, the Archbishop of Canterbury was done for speeding, for goodness sake. It's easily done, right?
Exactly.
And then she asks a pretty straightforward question, which is, can I do it privately? The headlines are all, she tries to dodge points on a licence. That's the point of a speed awareness course. No, but that's the point of a speed awareness course. Anyone who wants to do a speed awareness course is trying to not get points on their licence. And then this narrative is rumbling on. It does appear like Suella Braverman is potentially being thrown under the bus a little bit here. Would you say that she is, do you think?
A million billion %. Because, I mean, let's look at the people who's been targeted over the years. I mean, Priti Patel, you know, the civil service tried to target her. And do you remember only a few years ago when she was Home Secretary about the leaked WhatsApp messages of the civil servants saying how abhorrent the Rwanda policy was, and that they, you know, they might need mental health support as civil servants. It's just bonkers. And then we saw a big thing with Boris. We saw Raab. We saw Jacob Rees-Mogg with the civil servants when he wanted him to not work from home, actually get in the office. It's all the centre-right of the Conservative Party. And do you know something? Who's going to be next? We've got to stand down with this.